Hi guys, so welcome back to the second episode of my cooking diaries. So today I'm going to be making butternut squash soup, and I spent like maybe 20 minutes cutting and cleaning the butternut squash. So now I'm just cutting the onion and the garlic. So it doesn't actually matter like how big or how small you cut your onions in your garlics, because I'm going to blend it in a blender, so you can make it as big as you want or as small as you want, it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna put in this whole onion. Before I put it in the pot, and now it's done. I'm gonna put this in the pot. Okay. So here I'm just going to put the onion and garlic. So in here I didn't put anything else, it's just the onions and garlic that you saw me chopping up earlier. So I'll put this on low and just give it about 3 minutes or 2 minutes to properly cook. I think this is enough. If I leave it any longer, it might burn. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in the butternut squash into the onions and the garlic, and I'm gonna give it a quick mix, just so that it's not all the onions are at the bottom, because they might burn. And for seasoning, I'm gonna go with I don't wanna put too much seasonings in this soup, so I'll put some paprika and cumin. Yeah, and I'm gonna put some cumin in as well. Let me take it outside. and some garam masala. I'm gonna put this, a little bit of this on myself. Honestly, I don't use, I barely use measuring stuff when I'm cooking unless it's really necessary. This will end. And finally, I'll put some turmeric in. And not to forget the salt. A little bit of salt. And then mix. Usually when I make this soup, I add carrots. But I don't know, I'm just, honestly, after peeling this butternut, I just wasn't in the mood to peel any more things, so this is gonna be it. But I have tried it before without the carrots and it's still sweet. Okay, so now that I'm at this stage, you can either use vegetable or chicken stock to put in your, to make the soup or to help cook the butternut squash. But just because I don't want a lot of flavors going on in my soup, I'm just gonna use water, and then later on I'll put some coconut cream. So I'm just gonna put about 2 cups or 3 cups of water in here. Just add some water. Actually, just make sure, because the good thing is butternut squash doesn't take long to cook. So this is a very thick dinner. So I'm just gonna, you know, go with your instinct. Put as much water as you think is needed, and then once I've put all my ingredients and everything in, I'm just gonna put the stove on medium and let it cook. And yeah, I'll come back and show you guys what I'll do after I finish, after this is done cooking. Okay, so it has been like a few minutes, not a few, it's been quite a while, because I was ironing while this was cooking, and it's cooked now. So I'm gonna put it in the blender and I will blend everything. Also, off camera, I added a little bit of sugar just because, I don't know, I just want it to be sweet. So I added a little bit of sugar. So I'm gonna put this in the blender and then blend it, and I'll be back to show you the finishing touches. So this part is completely optional, but I highly recommend you try it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some butter. I just want something butter. I'm gonna put some butter in here in the pot. I will add some coconut milk. And just put the coconut milk in, and then I will let this come to a boil, and then I'll add in the blended soup. So just watch this boil. So here is the soup. So I blended everything, so the butternut squash, onions, and the garlic when they cook, I blended them in here. So if you want, you could have you can just add a little bit more water, and then it's ready to eat. You can literally, or you can just eat it straight after this stage. But I like to add a little bit of coconut milk, so I'm just gonna let the coconut milk boil and then I'll add this in. Okay, so the coconut milk is pretty much boiled, and also I'm getting impatient, so I'm gonna add the soup. With the coconut milk, you have to, depends on how thick you want your soup to be. So if you want it to be thick, you put less coconut milk. But I like mine just this consistency. So I'm just gonna let it boil and then it will be ready. So I'm just gonna close the lid and clean up my kitchen while this is boiling. Okay, so I finally finished and served it up. So this here is the soup, and this is just some garlic bread that I threw in the oven to help. You should definitely try this out. It's very quick and easy to do. Thank you, and I'll see you on our next meal. Bye.